Yay Networks.
Welcome to what is sure to be a fabulous episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. I'm Kelly Raspberry Evans. This is my husband, Alan Evans.
Hey, Trade in the
We
house.
set the intention for a great podcast, honey. Let it be said, let it be so, or something like that.
Let it be said, let it be so, huh?
Let it be written, let it be. What is it they say?
Let it, so it is written, so it is done.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what it is. It's going to be fabulous.
Oh, yay, oh, yay.
Hear ye, hear ye.
That's what we do when we announce someone as presidential status.
Yeah, but thank you all for joining us again. We could not do this podcast if you weren't listening. Actually, we could. I have a feeling there are podcasts that have a lot bigger audiences than we have and those that have a lot smaller. I don't know where we fall, somewhere not in the middle.
Well, it's a bell-shaped curve, babe. It's always a bell-shaped curve. Something tells me we're kind of right there.
We're doing okay.
Yeah, we're kind of right there in the middle.
We're doing okay. We have our faithful and we love you very much. Thank you.
We do have our faithful.
In fact, I think tonight Alan's going to dive into the listener email bag.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we've done. I feel like we do it fairly often, but we get so much mail.
We get backed up and we've had a backlog. I mean, we don't have 100 of them to go through, but yeah, we've got some good questions, some good listener feedback.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought we'd do a little grab bag tonight.
Yeah, I'd love to do that.
Catch up with some of our listeners.
And we also need to remind everybody about some special events coming up
Special
in our podcast
events.
family life.
Yep. And as Kelly and I usually happens to us, we get in on things real late in the game. Another example is what we've been doing over the last 2 or 3 or 4 days is binging on Ink Master.
We're the worst.
Seasons 1 and 2.
Yeah,
from
Netflix-
2010.
Right. Netflix only has the first 2 seasons. And so I went online and tried to find out where you can watch the rest. And it said on Netflix and it's not there. And then they were saying Hulu. We don't have Hulu. But it also said Netflix, and we do have Netflix, and it's not there.
But I found out that you can stream Paramount, which is who shows Ink Master now.
So we've got to get another streaming service.
Or we could try it for free for 30 days, binge as many as we can, and then I signed up for Peacock. We never watched the rest of The Office.
I know. We panicked and got Peacock,
Right.
and now because it's there,
It's just there.
It just sits there. But, I watched the Saved by the Bell reboot on there and enjoyed that. I just found out that every episode of Saturday Night Live is on there, every single one. And let me tell you, back in the day,
Meh.
Phil Hartman,
Yeah, that was
may
funny.
he rest in peace.
That was funny.
He did a skit, and my family and I, it's a boot camp skit that opened the show with Matthew Modine hosting.
Okay.
And it was way back. It might have been 89 or 90,
Mm-hmm.
but we could never find it anywhere. We would go on YouTube and we'd try to find it. I think we had it on a VHS tape and accidentally recorded over it. And for years, we just would tell people about the skit and it never translated. But my family, just my brother, my parents and I would cry laughing at it. We'd have people come over to the house before it got erased and we'd sit there with them and they'd kind of politely giggle, and we would be doubled over belly laughing. Well, we were at my parents' house for Mother's Day,
Mm-hmm.
and my brother said, guess what? Surprise, surprise. What? Peacock has every episode of Saturday Night Live, and he pulled up that episode, and we watched it again for the first time in over almost 3 decades.
Does he have Peacock?
No, it was on... How did they get it? They got it somehow.
I don't know.
Oh, my dad had Roku or something and was able to
okay.
get it.
Okay.
Anyway, so we're watching, we've watched binge the first 2 seasons of Ink Master.
It's great.
I am just now
I love it.
watching Gilmore Girls with my daughter, which was on the CW in the year 2000, 2001. It went on forever. Never watched it. Not a single episode when it was on in real time. Now I'm watching New Girl with Zooey Deschanel.
Mm-hmm.
It literally makes me
Funny?
laugh out loud. I laugh out loud almost every episode.
Now, when was that? When was this put out?
I'm not 100%
About the same time as Ink Master, 2010?
I would imagine.
Jeez.
Well, maybe a little later than that. I don't think it's been gone that long. But we're so late to the game. Thankfully, Netflix has all these shows. And I can't talk about them now because everybody's like, Kelly, we already watched that.
Yeah, right.
But, we're catching up better late.
But how much of our audience
never.
has really seen Ink Master, do you think?
I don't know. It's really fascinating.
Well, one of the judges who's on Ink Master is Oliver Pecker, who owns Elm Street Tattoo.
Why do you call him Oliver Pecker?
That's his name.
Oh, why'd you call him Oliver Peck then?
Because I messed it up the first time.
Oh, it's really Pecker?
Yeah.
Oh.
So he owns Elm Street Tattoo, which is where I go.
Mm-hmm.
He also owns a tattoo shop in Los Angeles called Hollywood Tattoo, I think. It's called Hollywood
Yeah, they said
Tattoo.
he had two.
Yeah, but anyway, it's cool seeing him on there because I was just in Elm Street, I don't know, a month ago, 2 months ago, getting my forearms worked on. And Shane was my artist, and I'm laying there getting tattooed, and Oliver comes in. I'm like, oh, hey, Oliver. He's like, hey, how you doing? He kind of, is that Ross Perot or was that Oliver?
A little both.
Well, he looks at my tattoo. He's like, holy shit, man, that's some good work. And I said, yeah, Carl did all that. Oh, golly, man, Carl did all that? That is freaking badass, man. Then he just
Carl Hollowell.
Carl Hollowell.
Yeah, like everybody just knows Carl by
well,
first
everyone
name.
in the tattoo business in Dallas-Fort Worth knows Carl.
Yeah.
But anyhow.
And I don't have
he's
a
one of the
tattoo.
judges. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't have any tattoos, but the thing that just stuns me about this show is everybody's in a competition and people go in there and just present their bodies to people they've never met, haven't done any research, and these tattoo artists are given challenges way outside of their comfort zone.
And we've seen some
then
bad ones.
the person who volunteers to be inked is stuck with whatever happens. And some of them are just atrocious. And that's the part that's kind of entertaining to me, is to see what they come up with. And I don't know. We just really are enjoying it.
Yeah. But I was trying to tell Kelly, like, I get that the show, and I don't, again, we're talking about the show like, it's
Like it's
current,
on
but it's
now.
been out forever. But
Current to us.
the one thing I noticed about it is it's a competition to find the artist who's the most versatile and they can do the most different styles the best. I was telling Kelly, if you're looking for a tattoo artist, I don't really want, if I'm wanting an American traditional tattoo, I don't care if the guy can do new school, or I don't care if he can do black and white or portraits. I want him to be able to do American traditional tattoos.
Well, it's up to you to do research. But, as we've seen with Elm Street Tattoo, a lot of their businesses just walk in and they'll just take the next tattoo artist and they don't do the research like you did.
Yeah.
So anyway.
But all the guys at Elm Street, they know American traditional.
Yeah.
That whole shop is American traditional.
But anyway, it's just a fun
it's
show
fun.
if you're
Yeah,
looking for
it's fun.
something to watch, and you can, do 2 seasons and that's it on
But
Netflix.
this whole podcast isn't about tattoos, babe,
or what we're streaming now on Netflix.
or what we're streaming now on Netflix. It's going to be about the listener.
Yes.
Because one of us here does not gyp the listener.
One of us? Why would you say I do? I know you're implying me.
Do you ever gyp the listener? Have I ever
I don't
gypped-
know.
Have you ever gypped the listener?
I probably have. But
Did you get all wound up on Kid Craddock on a love letter or something? I saw something on social media. Did you get all wound up about
Yeah,
something? What happened?
Okay. I also do at the Kid Craddock Morning Show. If you're just
Nationally
joining us
syndicated.
on the A Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast for the first time, if you stumbled across us somehow, I'm on the Kid Craddock Morning Show. It's a nationally syndicated radio show.
Got it.
And every Monday and Wednesday, I do a bit called Love Letters to Kelly, which also has become a podcast, the Love Letters to Kelly podcast. If you want to check that out, it comes out every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Central.
That's called cross promotion.
Right. So anyway, just someone that she's having an affair. And she was writing to ask. She's like, I already kind of know what you're going to say, but she wrote me anyway, wanting to know my opinion on the situation.
Oh, that was it?
Oh, yeah, that's basically it in a nutshell.
Oh, I thought it was something deeper than that.
Well, I kind of went off as I typically do on certain letters.
Oh.
They love to call me Kelly Rantberry.
No, I know that, but I thought I read on social media that she was having an affair, but then her husband died or something.
She was in her, she's been having this affair with a married man. She was also married, but her husband died.
Oh, her husband died.
Yeah, and so now the other guy's still married.
Oh, I see.
And of course, he wants to leave his wife, but they have children, so he's just waiting for them to graduate and get older.
He ain't
and
going
then,
nowhere.
Exactly, Alan. So I was just saying,
He ain't going nowhere.
obviously,
Yeah.
it's fate because her husband's dead. She's free to go. Anyway, it was just one of those situations.
I see.
It's amazing what some people are living with and living through. That I'm
Right.
thankful they write to me, or I wouldn't have the Love Letters to Kelly podcast either. And I'm thankful that a lot of people, do use email, but, we still need the services of the post office.
We do.
Especially if you are a small business owner. I know with the country shutting down last year, a lot of people had to pivot. A lot of people started running their own small businesses, little Etsy shops popping up, and they are just kicking butt and
As
taking
we
names.
did. Yep.
Our shop didn't do as well as others.
It did
But I
well
tell
for a
you,
while.
It did. We've got it on pause. But if you're still going to the post office and you are a small business owner or a large business owner, you need to listen up and make the switch to Stamps.com.
Stamps.com.
With Stamps.com, you don't have to go to the post office anymore because you can mail and ship anytime, anywhere, right from your computer. You can send letters, maybe just a small business sending out invoices, or if your side hustle Etsy shop is really taking off, you need to ship out massive orders. If you have great big crates of merchandise, Stamps.com can handle it with ease. No wonder over 1 million businesses choose Stamps.com for all their mailing and shipping needs. Plus, with Stamps.com, you can get discounts with them that you can't negotiate for yourself. Up to 40% off post office rates, up to 66% off UPS shipping rates, not to mention Stamps.com is a fraction of the cost of those expensive postage meters. Again, over 1 million small businesses are using Stamps.com. What are you waiting for?
So stop wasting time going to the post office and go to Stamps.com instead. There's no risk, and with our promo code SANDWICH, you get a special offer that includes a 4-week trial, plus free postage, and a digital scale with no long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type in SANDWICH. That's Stamps.com, promo code SANDWICH, Stamps.com. Never go to the post office again.
All right.
All right.
Thank you,
babe.
Sponsor of our show. Longtime sponsor, Stamps.com.
Yes, they are. Okay, here's our first letter. This first one is from Tara. Subject, hi there. Hello, Kelly and Alan. Longtime listener, first-time writer. I've been listening to Kelly since 1852.
Thank you, Tara.
Love you guys and your podcast. That is a highly encouraged bit, and I love how our listeners have embraced that.
I just concede.
I love it when it's 1852 is a comment, like 1651.
I concede.
1492.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, 1776 is also a good one. I decided to take a chance and reach out and write you guys. I am from north of Dallas, and I was on a flight with Kelly and the whole Kid Craddock show to San Antonio about a year ago.
Yeah.
But was so nervous to even attempt to communicate.
Aw.
In fact, I believe my friend picked me up, and then we left her SUV trunk open.
Oh, no.
And then Big Al yelled at us to stop so we could get it closed.
Aw.
Well, that was a wheels-off scene. What happened? What was Al doing? Waving them down or something?
He was like, stop, your trunk's open.
Were they hot?
Alan, I'm sure they were. I'm sure Tara was the hotter of the two.
Tara, if you're hot, please send a picture to podcast at
stop
kellyandallen.com. Anywho, I'm so excited to write that my husband and I decided we are going to be at the Valentin Imperial July 5th through 9th.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's our second time, and we love it there.
Yeah.
Can't wait to hopefully meet you guys.
You will.
Sent from my iPhone. Thank you. Tara, you will not only meet us, you will party with us.
You'll see more of Alan than you care to.
Yes, you'll probably play volleyball and chicken with us. We may frolic in the beach to get down the beach together.
Never know.
We
You
may
never know.
body surf.
Do they allow chicken play in the pool? I haven't seen that, Alan.
I haven't seen a lot of
Don't
chicken
be
there.
promising chicken in the pool.
No, we've played chicken there before. Remember, we played chicken under the waterfall. Remember? I don't even know if you were there.
I probably wasn't.
Well, I had many ladies on my shoulder.
That's good to know.
I might have had Jeff on my shoulders at one point.
That's good to
but
know,
I do
too.
remember us playing chicken
All right.
under the waterfall. Okay.
Well, that's so great. You know, we are going to the Valentin Imperial. We always go the 4th of July week. Alan and I are going to be there July 3rd through the 10th. But you can come before we get there, after we get there. You can, because not everybody can take off a full week. You can maybe take off just a long weekend. We would love to have you there. We have over 100 people going with our group.
At least 120 people
It's
now.
so exciting.
Very exciting.
We have a lot of repeat people who were able to go with us on our very first trip 2 years ago. Of course, in 2020, we had to postpone it with the pandemic. But I mean, the first time we went, we had maybe less than 50,
About
40,
40
about
something
40. And so last year we were expecting maybe 50, 60. We were hopeful. But I think because so many people are just like, get me out of my own house. I want to go to Mexico. I want to drink alcoholic beverages served to me on the sand. And that's why I think we have so many people going this year. And we're just super excited about it.
So you don't think it has anything to do with like my birthday?
And your birthday.
No.
We're celebrating Alan's 50th birthday while we're on vacation. His birthday's actually in August, but we're going to go ahead and celebrate July 4th week since we're all going to be there.
So
and if you'd like to go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, sorry, babe. It may not be too late to secure a room. I don't know if the resort is sold out yet.
Because they're not 100% capacity.
They're not 100%
still.
percent capacity. Let me try that again. But you can go to podcast. Why am I having such a hard time
That's
tonight?
okay.
Go to kellyanallen.com/vacation.
Yeah.
And you can get all the information about our vacation there.
Yeah, you're not obligated to go just because you go to that website, but you can get information there and find out if there are rooms still available.
I feel like my head is being squeezed tonight for some reason.
You need to take maybe some sinus headache
Yeah,
medicine.
I don't know.
I get like that when I have sinus headache. Advil, cold, and sinus. # not an ad. Best stuff ever.
Yeah, so kellyanallen.com/vacation for more information.
Looking forward to seeing you and finally getting to know you, Tara. Thank you for writing.
Getting to know you. Oh, today was a big day, babe. Guess what I did? Went to Etsy, found me a flesh-colored Speedo.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Flesh-colored Speedo, folks.
About time.
Has been purchased. And I am being assisted by one of our very best customers who, if this all works out right, she may receive presidential status for helping me with this. Because she pointed me the direction of said Speedo and to an embroidery shop that can embroider cocky on the front and show stealer on the ass.
Oh, see, why are you cussing? Why can't you just say on the back?
Or on the buttocks.
That's better than the A word.
The buttocks.
All right.
Can you imagine me running into an embroidery shop and I'm running in there with a flesh-colored Speedo? I'm going to be so deadpan. I'm going to be like, hello, hi, what can we do for you? Well, I have the Speedo and I want to really draw attention to it. It's flesh-colored and I'm just not even going to break character. And I would like right above the private part in the front, I want it to say cocky. And then I'm going to flip it over on the back. And on the back, I would like it to be centered across my buttocks and I would like it to say show stealer. And I just want to see what they say.
Yeah.
And then I would say, then I would like to see your fonts and I would like to see the scripts that you offer, please.
Make sure they're legible.
Yes. Make sure it's legible.
It'd be a shame to have that all written out in some fancy font and nobody could read what it says.
But remember back in the day, they had Spencer's. Is there still Spencer's gifts?
Yes.
Remember they had the Fundies and the home of the Whopper.
They still do.
They do?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want it to say like cocky, like gigantic. I want
And what's the point? You don't want subtle.
Really?
You want subtle?
Well, I'm going to be in a flesh-colored Speedo.
What's the point?
If it gets too big, then people will be able to tell it's not flesh-colored. Like, I want it to look nude from a distance.
Why?
Because so people are pointing like they can't tell if I'm running around the resort
want
nude.
People pointing at you.
And then I want the Valentin Imperial employees to run over like I'm doing something wrong. I'm like, what? I'm standing here in a bathing suit.
Oh my gosh. If you get us banned from this resort, that is not going to be good.
How can you get banned from a resort where women go topless?
They don't. It was just that one year, Alan. You haven't seen one since.
Bounce with me, bounce.
It was
with me.
one time.
Okay, here's another letter from... this is from my man up in Montana.
The cocky show stealer guy?
Yeah, how timely
He's the one
is
that called you that.
He's the one that called me cocky show stealer.
See, I reminded you of that.
This one's from Luke, and he calls me Han. Luke says, hey, Han, I hope Kelly had a good Mother's Day. Thanks for helping me make my wife's a little more special. She loved the cameo. Luke. So the reason I read that is, I have a Cameo. It's this deal like if you go to cameo.com or there's an app, a Cameo app, you can send me a note and I'll record you a birthday message or a
greeting
happy
in video
Mother's,
form.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day, a greeting in video form. Sometimes I'll pull one of the dogs in. Sometimes I'll pull Kelly in. But we get creative. We make videos. There's a small fee, and that fee goes to a charity of ours called Operation Once in a Lifetime. So, yeah, Go check out.
My daughter gets a lot of those.
Cameo.
I found out with her allowance money. She and her girlfriends, they like these little teen heartthrobs, and they have pricing tiers.
Right.
And she gets some of the up and coming heartthrobs that she can afford.
The up and comers.
Yeah.
Okay, this next one is from Victoria. Subject, question. Hi, Kelly and Alan.
Hello.
I am one of your very best customers. I have listened to every single episode.
Thank you.
And I have a question for Kelly.
All right.
Are you glad you got a tummy tuck? I would love to do it, but I'm worried about undoing it if I gain 10 to 15 pounds over time. I know they say the weight doesn't come back in the same place, but I worry about regaining a little and ruining the work that has been done. What has been your experience with weight fluctuations? Thanks in advance. And Alan, you're no chopped liver. I'll have a question for you next time. LOL, Victoria.
Well, Victoria, I got the tummy tuck after I had, this is what my plastic surgeon friend told me. He was a friend of mine, still is. Don't get down. A lot of people will lose all this weight and get down to a weight they cannot maintain. And then they go in and have, I'm skinny, I'm a size 0, and now I'm going to get everything nipped and tucked and sucked and just be firm and fabulous. But it's a weight they cannot maintain. So then they naturally gain back to, there's a natural weight that we all can kind of maintain. For some of us, it's maybe 10 or 15 pounds more than we'd like to be, but that's the weight we can maintain. Mm-hmm. So my suggestion is to be at the weight you can maintain before you go get your tummy tuck. Don't be unrealistic with it. If you diet down, and you know you well enough to know that you're not going to keep that weight off, don't do that.
Okay.
Get to a healthy weight you can maintain and then get the surgery. Now, for me, my weight has fluctuated a great deal over the years. I made sure that I was done having babies. I wanted to have more babies, but there came a time when I was like, that's it for me. And I didn't get ridiculously thin, but I got in the best shape of my life. I did everything possible before I went for the tummy tuck because I wanted to make sure, because it's elective surgery and I was a mom and I didn't want to go under the knife for an elective surgery because with every surgery, there's the possibility of a complication.
Right.
And I went to Pilates, and my Pilates instructor said, I had this flap of skin basically in my abdomen, not my lower belly, but the belly above my belly button that would just hang over. Mm-hmm. It was just loose skin. And I asked my plastic surgeon, I said, can you lipo it out? He said, no, that has to be a tummy tuck. And he told me it's going to be a hip-to-hip scar. He'd get it as low as he possibly could so I could maybe wear a high-waisted bikini. I can't wear, like a little string bikini unless... some people don't care if you see their scar. Some women, like a Wendy Williams who had a tummy tuck, she had a tattoo of vines over her tummy tuck scar.
Yeah, some people disguise
do that.
Those scars,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And so if your scar bothers you that badly, you could do that, or you just wear a high-waisted bikini. Some women I'm never going to wear a bikini anyway.
Those are in anyway, aren't they?
What?
The high-waisted stuff.
Yeah, they are. But, when they tell you it's a hip-to-hip scar, I know you understand that, but you don't really, you have to, once you have it, then it's like, oh wow, that really is a hip-to-hip scar. And it's big, and it takes a while for it, depending on how you scar. And everybody that's seen my scar says it's a very good one, but it's noticeable, it's visible. You've never said a word to me about it.
I just don't really think much of it.
Yeah. And Alan, but it's faded to a point where it's obvious, but you don't say anything about it. It doesn't bother you at all.
No.
Now, I have gained weight with it. And the good thing about a tummy tuck is you will gain weight and you will get, you'll have to go into a bigger pair of pants, but your stomach will stay flat.
Why do you have to go into a bigger pair of pants?
Because when you gain weight, you just gain weight everywhere.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
And so you'll have to, you're not getting that
so
bulge.
your hips could get bigger.
Yeah. Your butt gets bigger, your thighs
Right.
get bigger, and your waistline can get bigger. Mm-hmm. You can naturally gain weight and you'll have to go up, but your stomach will stay flat.
Right.
So that's the bonus. I don't necessarily regret doing it because what good does that do? But I think I told you I would have probably, now that I'm older and I don't care as much about certain things, could I have lived without it? Yes. But I'm glad I did it.
Yeah.
I'm glad I did it overall.
Quantos dineros on something like this? Expensive, right?
It's expensive.
Any kind of surgery like that is expensive.
Yeah, it's depending on where you go. I wouldn't scrimp on it.
No.
The anesthesiologist is what's really it's shocking how much that is. That's on top of what the surgery is.
And that cat's in there, what, 20 minutes? I don't know. They're not in there as long.
Anesthesia is important. If
yeah,
they don't get it
very
right,
important.
you're kick the bucket.
No, I don't mean it. I wasn't trying to sound.
No, they're in there the whole time monitoring you.
Yeah, they're in
and
there
your
the whole-
breathing.
they're
Yeah,
in
they're
there the
not.
whole time.
Yeah, it's very important. But that's what I can tell you about a tummy tuck. And I went ahead while I got the tummy tuck. I went ahead and did my boobs too because I was out anyway. I was like, just do it all, And yeah.
That was quite a makeover there.
And my other girlfriend had a tummy tuck recently, and she's just absolutely thrilled.
Who?
I'm not going to bust
Oh,
anybody.
come on.
Oh, Alan. But absolutely.
Will you tell me after?
Why do you want to know?
I just
What
want to
does it
know.
matter?
Oh, I know who anyway.
Well, then why are you asking?
It just dawned on me.
Anyway, just absolutely thrilled with the results. So it just depends on you.
Yeah.
But don't
Okay.
get ridiculously skinny and get it.
Good advice, babe. Good advice. The next letter is from Jeffrey. Subject, need Alan's advice.
Well, then I'll sit back. You want me to read this one to you?
Sure.
I never get to read them. Alan, you are the love expert. Call me Mace Windu. Who's Mace Windu?
That would be Master Mace Windu. He was
I know he's a Star Wars character,
Jedi
right?
Master.
I figured that, but
That
I
would be
didn't.
Samuel L. Jackson's character.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That gives me some perspective.
The only guy with a purple lightsaber. Because he went to George Lucas and said, I want a purple lightsaber.
Really?
He did.
How did they explain the purple?
They
didn't. It just was.
Yeah.
All right. Alan, you are the love expert. Call me Mace Windu.
Yes.
I am one of your very best customers, listening since the very beginning and
Wow.
continuing listening every Tuesday and Thursday when the episodes drop.
Very best
My
customer.
question is, me and my wife are getting a divorce.
Uh-oh.
While I am fine with this since we are both toxic to each other, the thing that bothers me is the fact she will be, change voice in parentheses, LOL, intimate with other men. I'm doing this for Mace Windu, honey.
I love it.
Since you have also
Not
been...
that she's being intimate with other men. I just love that Kelly did the voice.
I'm all in.
Yeah.
Since you have also been through a divorce, I was wondering if you had any of these same feelings, and if so, how you got over it. Thanks. Any advice would be appreciated. That's from Mace Window. P.S. Also, I know you were always looking for good podcasts. Check out the last podcast on the left of Check out last podcast on the left on Spotify. That's the
Okay.
name of it.
Okay.
He didn't put anything in caps or parentheses or quotes, so I'm sorry. So I guess it's called Last Podcast on the Left.
Okay.
True crime, cryptids. What are cryptids?
I don't know.
Conspiracy, aliens, and very lewd. LOL. That's from Mace Windu, even though you accidentally said his real name at the beginning.
A lot of great content from Mace Windu there.
Yeah, so he's getting a divorce and he's really okay with it, but
He's
doesn't
concerned about his soon-to-be ex-wife being intimate with other men.
yes. And how does he get past that?
Well, gosh, Mace. I mean, from my own experience, I guess I can tell you at the time that I was going through all that,
You didn't care
I was
over it?
I was kind of I was fine. I'm just being honest. I didn't care.
Yeah. It wasn't, not every divorce is like amicable or on the other hand, violent and ugly and mean. Sometimes it just is what it is.
I see
And-
what he's saying. From a man's perspective, this is a woman. You married this woman. You were with her for a period of time. You're getting a divorce. It probably hasn't quite sunk in. I mean, I
Yeah.
know he's saying we're toxic for each other. We need to be divorced.
But he still has love for her.
I'm sure he does.
That's probably
I'm
the
sure.
difference.
I'm sure he does. And it's a tough thing going through a divorce, Mace, and I think it takes years to fully kind of get everything behind you and get all those bad feelings out, and cut ties with things that you're holding on to a lot of times. But for me personally, the intimacy part, I I just didn't even think about it. Didn't think about it 1 second.
Yeah.
And that's the God honest truth. Didn't think about it 1 second.
Yeah.
Because as soon as I was divorced, you're talking to a guy here who was divorced or who was married for over 16 years. And now I'm in my 40s, single, with a decent job. And, I think I had a decent head on my shoulders. I had a lot of work to do on myself, but still had a decent head on my shoulders. I was like a kid in a candy store with all the dating apps,
Yeah.
and you've talked about that too.
Yeah.
But I was
You
like
go a little crazy after you
was
get
like
divorced.
a kid in a candy store. So to me, that time was very tumultuous. It was hard to deal with. Yes, it was sad. It was every emotion you can think of. But it was also kind of a reset. Reset, it's cliche, but it was a reset right there in the middle of my life and time to start a new life, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So, but to answer your question, it wasn't difficult for me. And hopefully it won't be for you. If it is really difficult for you, like really tough for you to understand that you're getting a divorce and your soon-to-be ex-wife is going to be with other men, then you may need to look at that, and really think about, well, why are you having those feelings? Why is that so concerning to you?
Why are we throwing in the towel? Why don't we work on our issues?
Yeah. Why do you have those feelings?
Yeah.
Is it jealousy? Is it you're afraid to let go? What are the things that are making you feel like that?
Is it almost like that's mine?
Yeah.
That's territorial
Right.
kind of
Is
thing.
it a possessive thing?
It's like we get that way over silly parking lots. Of course you'd be like that over your soon-to-be ex-wife.
Yeah.
Parking spaces, I mean.
Yeah, but like Kelly said, every couple, every situation is different. In my personal situation, it was just different.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. It was just
different.
It was just different. Okay, so that is from Mace Windu. Very much appreciate that. Here's another guy. Another hombre. This is from Ian. Subject: rebuttal to the friend zone letter. Remember we did a friend zone love letter?
Maybe.
I feel like there's something squeezing my head right now and I cannot think.
Do you want me to read the letters, honey? Would that help?
Yeah, read the letter.
Okay. Hey, y'all, let me preface this letter by saying that I don't want to give anybody false hope. However, getting out of the friend zone is not impossible. My wife and I started working together 8 years ago this summer. She claims that our first interaction was me, quote, yelling at her for doing something wrong. Don't know if that's actually how it happened. Either way, we did not get off on the right foot, even though I was head over heels for her at first sight. We proceeded to work together for the next 4 years, all the while she was in a long-term relationship. My feelings for her grew over time, but it was clear that I had been friend zoned. Eventually, I knew that she was the one, but I knew that I couldn't act on anything. But I never gave up. Eventually, her long-term relationship did end, and here we are, 8 years later after meeting, celebrating our 3-year wedding anniversary on May 4th.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. All of this to say, it is not impossible to escape the friend zone if you are patient and if it is for someone you love. Thank you both for being such amazing role models of what a husband and wife should be for each other, and that's from Ian.
That's great, Ian. No, that is highly respectable of you. That's a great story. I really, that's impressive.
That you put in the time.
I was probably, if I remember correctly, the essence of the letter was there was a couple, and I believe it was the man who was kind of giving the woman maybe a little bit of the cold shoulder, and I might have said, well, I think that's just friend zone.
Yeah, and
wasn't that
the thing is, Ian, for the average person, you waited 4 years, and it did work out for you because you said you've been married for, well, I guess it was a little bit less longer than that. Y'all were actually together, but I don't recommend somebody just sitting there and just waiting and not going out and dating other people and experiencing a happy dating social life. I would hate for somebody to sit there waiting because it doesn't always work out for everyone. And then they've waited 4 years, 8 years, 12 years, still patiently waiting for them to wake up and realize I'm the one. It doesn't always work out, but I'm so glad it worked out. There's always exceptions to every rule. Yeah,
I'm glad it worked out for Ian, and not taking anything away from Ian. I guess what I was going to say is, in that example we gave a couple of podcasts ago, I was probably projecting my own feeling into that because I would not have the patience for that.
No.
I would.
I would be dating other people
Yeah.
and having fun and enjoying myself, and perhaps someone else would enter my life that'd be great.
Right.
And then if the other person, the original one you wanted, became available, then you could make those decisions.
But you never know. I can't put myself in Ian's shoes either.
I know.
mean, it may be that the woman that he stayed in this, relationship for that long was worth waiting on. And I'm sure she is. But I guess just knowing myself, that would probably be a deal where I would probably, if I felt like I was being friend zoned, I would stay amicable, stay friendly. In fact, I dated women that I knew I was being friend zoned, and I'd never get nasty with anybody. I would just be like, okay, that's cool, whatever, and go date somebody else.
Yeah.
But that's just me. I would just, I wouldn't fight it too hard. If I was being
Yeah.
friend zoned, I just wouldn't fight it too hard.
Yeah.
So anyhow, no, that's great, Ian.
Well, congratulations on your recent anniversary.
Thanks for writing us. And then about ready to bring it home for Jerome, maybe?
Yeah, that's fine, honey. We can call it early tonight.
Okay, why don't we
'Cause
bring
your head's not feeling good.
Bring it home for Jerome with this last letter. This one is from one of our very best customers, Florencia. Kelly.
Yes.
Okay, I guess she's writing to you, not
want me to read it?
Well, no, that's okay. Kelly, Grease 2 is amazing.
I love Grease too.
I'm totally with you there. For once, great sequel, in my opinion. Also, I hope you're enjoying Gilmore Girls now that you finished the first season. What do you think of the show? Who's your favorite character so far? Love you guys. Florencia.
That's hard with Gilmore Girls. We're at the we're only in season 2 of Gilmore Girls, and since you know the characters, there's Dean, Rory's boyfriend, and then Jess, the bad boy that came to town. And Jess, by the way, is Milo Ventimiglia, who is the star of This Is Us now. But this is way back in 2000 when he was just a teenage boy. For me, a favorite character, that's hard to say. I really like Emily, Lorelai's mom. She makes me laugh out loud.
Mm-hmm.
She's, since you're asking, I mean, my daughter loves Lorelai and Rory, just loves them. And my daughter sits there and she's like, I want to start dressing like Lorelai. And
How was that?
She was saying Lorelai was wearing like this blouse with a black pencil skirt and boots. And I said, Emma Kelly, that's exactly the way I used to dress. And she looks at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, oh, you want to dress like I did exactly like Lorelai in the year 2000? And mind blown.
Right.
But I'm glad she's starting to care about fashion a little bit. But I would honestly say it's Lorelai's mom.
Okay.
Because when they did a fashion show, a mother-daughter fashion show the other day, and she really got into it, and I was laughing out loud at that. So she's my favorite.
Okay.
And her name in real life is Kelly.
Kellie.
No, hers is with a Y.
Promo code Kelly.
But yeah, I love Gilmore Girls. And now, New Girl.
With Zoe Deschanel.
Yeah, I love it. It's so funny.
And I noticed her love interest is the guy that used to be on the Apple commercials. This is an old TV show.
Well, he was one of the guys the show just started. She just broke up with her boyfriend, and that guy, yeah.
You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I
Remember
know.
the dude used to be standing
Yeah,
on the
but
white
they're already over it. He was only in for like 2 episodes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember he used to be on the Apple commercials?
Yes, honey, I can't remember his name, though.
I can't either. I love those commercials.
Because you have a headache.
I love those commercials, though. I feel like there's something on my head actually compressing it, almost
like an
it's
anvil.
almost it's
No,
in
a vice.
Like my head is a pecan, and it's in one of those nutcrackers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we need to go get you some medicine and end this painful podcast for you.
This has been painful. No, this was we had some good letters, but
Well, we can get to everybody understands if you're not feeling well. We can cut it a little short tonight. But you wanted to also
why are you trying to pin this on me?
Because you're not feeling well.
No, I'm feeling okay. It's just my head is swimming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you also wanted to talk about June 12th.
Oh yeah. June 12th, we are going to have the first annual. This is going to be an annual thing. Oaked Barbecue Bash. It's going to be from 6 to 10 at Oaked Barbecue in Dallas, Texas, off Greenville Avenue. I was talking to Chef Mike the other day. It's going to be, right now, he thinks it's going to be an all-you-can-eat thing. So there's going to be a flat price. There's going to be all-you-can-eat finger foods. So sliders, chicken wings, things like that.
Because they're expecting a lot of people.
Expecting a lot of people, yeah.
It's going to be stuff you can probably just hold on the plate and eat.
Yeah. And he'll have some drink specials, I'm
and
sure.
Music.
Music. We're looking at a band. Usually we have a guest come in on the weekends, but it's usually a single.
Yeah, at the most a
musician.
duet.
Yeah, but now we're looking at maybe having a band and clearing out some space outside and doing it up big. So yeah, this will hopefully be an annual summer thing we do. We didn't really get to do a grand opening at the restaurant, so we're looking at this as kind of the official grand opening of Oaked. But again, that's June 12th from 6 to 10. It's a Saturday evening. Kelly and I will both be there having fun, maybe doing a few shots, maybe.
We'll see.
Maybe telling
see.
Maybe telling Hello Hand and Mama Yodi, maybe.
Don't make promises like that.
The Butterbean
Keep
story.
it classy.
Butterbean.
Keep it. No. Seriously, no. Don't even tease that story.
Hey guys, look at this.
Mm-mm.
What about hey guys, look at this?
I don't really know. If I'm on the other side of the room and have no knowledge of this, fine.
Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait. All right, guys. So be there June 12th. You got anything else?
No, honey, I'm done.
All right, babe. Well, love you desperately.
I love you.
I love our listeners desperately.
Love y'all.
I don't love Grease 2 desperately, but that's okay.
You haven't even seen it.
I haven't seen Grease 1.
Alan.
I haven't.
We need to change that.
No, we don't.
Why can't you see a classic? That's a classic.
Who said it's a classic?
Everybody.
Who's
it's a
everybody?
Classic.
Everybody.
It's probably like in that film, the
Who's
IFC
everybody?
film, that IFCF or whatever film
I'm
society
somebody.
thing.
I didn't say it was a classic. So that's not everybody.
Alan, don't be like that. Don't be like that.
And I'm sure we'll podcast again real soon.
I know your head hurts, but you don't have to be a jerk.
And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich. Bye.